very long time. This live stream, I mean. I hope I'm still going to be here for a while. But for this live stream, not for very long, because, oh, because my mum's made dinner very late, and so dinner's going to be ready soon. But hello, I said I was going to make some more puppets, and I've been making these for the last couple of days, experimenting. I made these two, and they're mostly painted. I think I still need to work on them. And I haven't done their clothes yet. Their clothes are going to sort of look a bit like this when I've done it. This is for the one that I did when I was 10. This is the last one I made because I made these the other day. And then last night I was like, there's something wrong with them. And I think it was the eye socket. I saw something. Yeah, Ella Fitzgerald with a puppet in a documentary. And I was like, that puppet's got eye sockets. And I realised that I haven't got eye sockets on these. They're very flat. But I did add ears, which I hadn't done for my one when I was 10. He's very earless. Hello, Philip. I'm not going to be here. This is a very brief update, really. It's maybe 5-10 minutes. But this one, I've added sort of contours so you can sort of see. And I thought the lips, I had trouble with the lips on that. I don't think they were in the right place. And I thought if I actually had slightly 3D lips, which I don't know whether you can see, then that might be better. I'm not flat at all. No, I'm sort of 3D. But so I'm not quite finished up. The thing is, this one I did with flour and water. This one I did with PVA glue. And then I ran out of I left a bit of flour and water, but it dried out because it's very hot in the attic. This one's mostly PVA glue. And I ran out of that too. But I had a different sort of PVA glue, which isn't... It's a clear one. And I'm not sure it's working quite as well. It's very wet. So I was getting very frustrated because there's pollen in the air. It's very hot in the attic. So hot. Just completely ridiculous. And I was getting a bit frustrated. But I think it's coming along. They've all got ears. And this thing here. So, hello, Jack. So, yeah, it's going to take a little while to do that video because I still haven't finished the video because I haven't finished the puppets. And then I was going to do it like in 3 parts, but I was like, well, what's the third part going to be? The third part's just going to be making the costume, and I can just... So it's going to be a little bit longer than I thought. Also, look at this. This one here, I realised that because there's a little ridge to keep the thing on here. But I must have, when I made this originally, sewn it on because you can't get it back off again. So what the ones I'm going to do, I'm probably going to do a little slit there and put like some Velcro so they can change their clothes. One thing though, this very pale sort of pasty looking thing, it's a different colour to the skin. But the only felt that I've got now is more like this colour, bright pink. And yet I've done the puppets more a sort of tanned colour. Don't know whether you can tell. I was trying to get more of a... It's really difficult because poster paint is a really difficult thing to mix. So I was trying my best, but it isn't... And it's also, because it's quite lumpy, the one with flour and water, I realised... So I had to cover it with glue this morning. Oh! Yeah, well, that's interesting. Yeah, puppets are... Yeah, bears are interesting. Anyway, I think I'm getting better as I'm going along. Or maybe not, because I did this one first... and then that one second, but then I painted this one first and then painted that one, and then I realised some of the mistakes, and so I'm trying to amend them with this, which is not perfect, and I'm having trouble with the ridge at the bottom because it's so wet. It's quite difficult. You can't really get the full because it's still newspapery, but it's trying to... they all look like Easter Island statues to start with, although that one's slightly... So if an Easter... Humans are hard, that's true. So... especially when you're rubbish, which I seem to be. I thought, oh, that looks a little bit like Nefertiti. If Nefertiti had been trampled in a vice, like if you sort of squished her, and then I think my dinner's there. And I'm gonna do a little couple more minutes here because it's, this is 4 minutes. It's not very long. It's bad timing. I thought we were going to eat a little bit earlier, but then the shopping didn't come till later. So the food didn't come till later. But I was really annoyed because the delivery, he came really close and there were some things that we needed changing. It says that you give them back to the driver. So I was like, hello, can we give these back because we don't want them. They're rubbish. And he's like, oh, I'm not supposed to take them back. I'm like, oh, fair enough. Fair enough. And he's like, well, I can take them, but I don't know whether you'll get the money. I'm like, fair enough, all right, bye. But he's like, I'll check. And then he came really, really close. And he had a mask, but instead of having the mask over his face, he had it on his chin. So he was coming really close. No, they're not, they're hand puppets. He was coming really close. So I had two conversations at once. He was so this is so imagine this delivery driver, and I'm like, I'm all right, it's fine, we'll just deal with it. And he's like, no, are you sure? I'm like, yes. And I was getting really stressed. And then he put his foot in the door, and so I was getting further and further away. I was like, yeah, all right, yeah, no, it's fine. He's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, go away. And he's there, and he's going, yeah. And I'm like, can you just go? And he was like, he said, final answer. I was like, yes, final answer. He's like, oh, all right. I was like, really, honestly, I would say, because I'm getting really stressed now, I said. And he's like, oh, don't get stressed. What you need to do is breathe like this. And then he breathed all of a sudden. I'm like, so I've been a little bit stressed, obviously, all day. Because I'm like, scary people coming too close. And I washed all the groceries, and I necked a load of cider vinegar and honey and lemon juice, and I was just like, yeah. So it's been a bit of a stressful day, but I have managed to make another puppet, although it's very wet. It's very, very wet. So eventually it will be dry. Can paint it, but at the moment I don't know. So because the thing is, it's really difficult finding somewhere to dry it. The attic's very hot though, so it should be all right, but it keeps getting stuck to things. No, humans are scary. Look, humans are very scary, Mark. Look how scary humans are. They're coming to get you. The mummies are coming to get you. So horror movies, the horror movie things in my attic. It's all absolutely terrifying. So yeah. So I'm a bit worried about because the social easing is, and I've got invited to go back to work, but I can't go because, as I said last week, the buses aren't still back from Wales to England until July. So I can't go back to work in England until then. And I'm a bit worried as well because I heard that England's decided to not give as many English students permission to go to university in Wales and Scotland or something. I'm like, are they treating it seriously? Treating it like a foreign country? Like I'm going to go back to England and I'm going to be a foreigner in England, and I'm going to be like, maybe I'm going to need a passport to go back. I don't even know because everything's gone a bit wonky. Oh, what I did find, I went in the back room and I found some bandanas, so I've got lots of more options. So you can just, so I can go around and rob some banks or something. Yay! I washed them. They've been there. I think they were my grandmother's, but I washed them well. Although saying that, I can still smell her perfume, so maybe I need to wash them a little bit. She's been gone for a while. So they've been in there. Oh! So I just remembered this. This is papier-mâché. I just found this as well. A mask. So I've got a mask, so I can go out with my mask. My papier-mâché mask that I made when I was a student for Commedia dell'arte. It's terrifying, isn't it? Oh, that is weird. And I know when I wore this, I had two masks. I did two Commedia dell'arte characters, and the other one went really well. And they said that the assessors said that this one didn't go so well, and I wondered why. And now I'm looking at this, and it is a bit weird looking, isn't it? Yeah, maybe that's why it didn't go well. I didn't look in the mirror with it. That is weird. That is very scary. Hello, Terry. I'm only going to be here a second. Nice to see you, and you're going to have to rewind it to see it because this is a very brief. I'll stick it for 10 minutes, but this is a very brief update just to show my puppets and my everything's falling on the floor. I need to keep painting this because the nose is chipped. Can't tell. So, not that it makes any difference, because it's going to be terrifying whether I paint it properly or not. But this one's got cheekbones and 3D lips. I'm stupidly proud of this, considering how scary and weird it looks. But yeah, puppets. Everybody loves puppets. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to leave it to dry. It's going to fall over, and then I'm going to have my dinner with my parents. So I'll see you again. Maybe I'll do one on Wednesday. To make up for not doing a long one today, I'll do another one on Wednesday. So I'll see you on Wednesday and update you from there. Yes. Which one? Which one, Jack? Which one, Jack? Do you want the terrifying one, the scary one, or the really, really scary one? So one of these can be called Jack. Jack, if you really want to, if anyone want these terrifying things to be called after them, I will, of course, be happy to oblige. But I'm not sure why you would want that, but of course, one of them can be called Jack if you want it. To be honest, yeah, that's for everyone. Scary one, the scary one, the scary one, or this scary one. Okay, so you want this one? This one's Jack then. Thank you, Jack. Yes, this one's Dom. We've already got Dom, Jack. No, that's Jack. Which one's Pretty? No, because that looks more like Nefertiti. I'm sure that's Nefertiti, really. Jack, Dom, Nefertiti, and I don't know what this one's going to be called. It'll tell me soon. They're telling me. It's like they're telling me how they want to look. Telling me how they want to look. Telling me. It's terrifying. All right. Well, I will go now. But thank you very much for joining. Gove. This one's Gove, is it? Okay. Gove, Jack, Nefertiti, and Dom. Fair enough. All right then. Bye-bye, Jack. Bye-bye, Ollie. Bye-bye, Philip. Bye-bye, Mark. Bye-bye, BJ. Bye-bye, Tux. And bye-bye anyone else that's here. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.